morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and today's shout out goes to Arunaman Sangha. Arunaman was first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus was the shout out, so congratulations. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here with a review of another neat drone, the Moblite7 75mm ultra-light, high-efficiency whoop. Now, I'm a little late to the table here, folks, with this one, but that's okay. It's better late than never. But this is a nice little whoop. I really like this little thing. This is very lightweight, very good for indoor flying, safe for indoor flying, but it also has the power and agility for outdoor flight. Now, when I'm saying lightweight, this thing only weighs 19.5 grams. Compare that to its predecessor, the original Moblite7. They've shaved off over 6 grams off of this, because this thing was, I believe, 25 grams, something in that ballpark. So, you know, that makes this a lot lighter. Now, how did they do that? Obviously, they got rid of the canopy is the main thing that they did. Getting rid of this saved them quite a bit of weight. And also, they've integrated I'll talk about the integrated receivers in this thing. That's really cool. It's about this diamond flight control board that they got on board this thing. Okay, before we go any further, let me first go. I always forget to show, this does come with a carrying case. Nice little carrying case for the drone and its accessories, so we don't forget that, okay? Again, they've lightened this thing, getting rid of the canopy and also integrating receivers and the video transmitter into the flight control board to shave off about 6 grams off of the thing. So that makes it nice and light and should greatly improve its performance, actually, considering, what is that? It's about close to 20, yeah, it's about 25% lighter. Yeah, so that's great. What do we got on this thing? Let's talk about it first. First off, we got a Runcam Nano3 wide dynamic range camera incorporated on here. It's 800 TV line resolution, very lightweight at 1.2 grams. It has this strap here. This strap is a friction adjusted mount, so that you can point the camera up or point the camera level if you wish, just by maneuvering like so. So it's friction adjusted. Makes it very easy to adjust the angle of the camera if you want to fly slow indoors or fly rapid outdoors. You can raise that angle up on that camera. Now, I talked about the flight control board. This is the jewel of this particular drone. That's what's cool about it, is the Diamond F4 flight control board. It's loaded up on beta flight. With the target is Crazybee F4R flight control 3.5.7 is what's loaded onto this thing. Now, I mentioned it has an integrated receiver. It's integrated FRsky D8 receiver currently. I think they were planning in the future to also possibly import FRsky, but right now it's just FRsky. It's on board this particular flight control board now. It also has an integrated 25 through 200 milliwatt 40-channel video transmitter with on-screen display and SmartAudio capability. That's built into this also, so that's pretty cool. You know, that helps bring down the weight. And other things about it, it also has integrated 5-amp BL Heli LES 4-in-1 ESCs. And let's talk about that. That goes out to the motors. The motors are Unibel EX0802 19,000 kV motors, along with HQ prop 40mm props. These are widely available, easy to find. Just type in HQ prop. Going back to the flight control board, I forgot to mention something. It has an easy bind button. I call these easy bind button. This bind button is right about there, near the center of the board. It's not going to focus, I know. But what's cool about that is you can plug in the battery and then press the bind button to put this into bind mode. You don't have to simultaneously plug in the battery or hold that button down while plugging in the battery like you did with the older drones. That makes it very easy to record or to bind the particular drone. Now, let's talk about a couple of downsides I see on this. We no longer have this canopy anymore. As such, you know, that canopy does provide some protection to the flight control board. One thing I am worried about in particular is protection to the receiver antenna right there. Okay, right now, the way I got my receiver antenna, I got it pretty flat, close to the board. The reason being I like to keep it there is to provide some protection to it, especially if it flips over onto a carpet and gets jammed on the carpet. I don't want to break that off, in other words, folks. Taking outdoors, I might consider raising it up a bit to get some more range, to receiver range on this. But right now, that's my only concern about missing the canopy on here, is the protection of that. Another thing this canopy provided was some protection to the camera. And the camera in this case is somewhat protected by these prop guards here. There is a little concern if you do a hard enough smack into something that you might be able to hit that camera, but it'd have to be a really hard whack, I feel, regarding that. And it's going to have to be a nice flat whack too at the same time to do that. Another downside I see on this is the battery connector. You get two 650 milliampere hour with pH 2.0 connectors. That is the downside. One that I would have preferred to have seen the new GNB 27 or ET 2.0 plug to get rid of that voltage sag that we see with this type of connector. But other than that, this is a nice little drone. So let's go over what you get inside here. Other than the drone, you get the instruction manual, nicely written. It goes over the drone and how to bind it and how to set it up. Also, you get a couple stickers. I got at least a couple stickers with it, Happymodel stickers. You get a spare set of prop guards for it. You get a spare set of propellers, a screwdriver, a propeller puller, two 650 milliampere hour batteries, and a battery charger. Quick, let's talk about the battery charger real quick. It does not have it labeled. This is LiPo LIHV battery charger. You charge through micro USB or through a USB port. The plug, or the switch, when it's toward the plug, it's charging in LiPo mode. If you put it away from that toward USB, then it's LIHV mode. There's no marking on it to tell you which is which, but I had to find that out by experimentation. So again, toward the plug is LiPo, away from the plug is LIHV. So that's the Moblite7, a worthy upgrade to the original Moblite7. Let's take it. Now, the weather is real bad here where I'm flying. It has not changed. I still got about a foot of snow on the ground. So I'm going to have to fly this indoors. But let's take it down to the indoor flight control facility of Quadcopter 101 and see how it flies. So hope you enjoy this flight. Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Welcome to the Quadcopter 101 indoor flight test facility. Okay, one thing before we take off, I forgot to mention that this drone, the Moblite7, is only available as a 1S drone or 1S flyer, folks. 1S only. Okay, so let me arm the motors and let's take it for a flight around the facility. So, arming the motors and take it to the air. Okay, let me get a feel for this first. It's been a while, folks. And we're indoor flying. I apologize, folks. I have to fly this indoors because the weather here in Erie, Pennsylvania is really, really bad. So let me get a feel for it first by going around the room here. We're at 4.0 volts after takeoff. We're going to see what type of flight time we get out of this 650 milliampere hour battery. Now this thing's supposed to be really efficient, folks. We're going to see how efficient it is too as we fly it around. Let me see if I can go through here. Okay, yeah, it's smooth. Let's go the other direction now. Try going this way. Going around. Going this way. Now, 3.9 volts. So far, so good. Seems to be a good flyer. A lot of punch out of this 1S battery. I don't think you need to go 2S for this. I would really love to take this outdoors to see how it is outdoor flyer, because it really feels like it could be a lot of fun. Okay. Going around, coming around. Let's pick up a little more speed on it. Actually, nice. Nice flyer. 1.41 minutes flight time, and still at 3.9 volts. My goodness. Let's try something. While we're early in the flight here, let's go for a flight around the house. In the kitchen, around the kitchen. Oh, my wife's taking my dog out to go do her duty.
Going around the living room. Let's see if Matlock's on this time of day. My wife likes watching that Matlock. Coming back downstairs on Me TV. Oh. Against the ceiling there. Okay, arming it again. Let's take back to the air again. No problem. Now, here's something. On the Quadcopter 101 channel, you see all the crashes, folks. I don't edit them out. You're going to see it as it occurs. Going through there, going through there, going through there. I like to keep the crashes in there, keep it real. This is actually flying nice for an indoor flyer. This is an excellent flyer. How many minutes? 2 minutes 51. 3.8 volts? You kidding me? This only 3.8 volts so far. Been flying over 3 minutes. Remember the whoops that used to only fly for? You were lucky if you got 3 minutes. This one, wow! I am surprised. And I'm only at 3 minutes. Whoa! Felt the wind of that one. I better slow my butt down here before I. Yeah. Slow down. I'm getting a little too aggressive there. A little too aggressive. So slowing it down just a tad here. And straightening my head up. My head was tilted. That's the thing, folks. Keep your head straight when you fly. Going around. Getting a little too aggressive again. Slowing down. Let's try the other direction. Maybe that'll help. 4 minutes? 3.7 volts? Really? That's a lot of power on that battery, I guess. And the efficiency of this thing is impressive so far. Let's see here. Let's go back up again. There's my honey going around. Coming around. A little bit. Maybe I ought to turn up that 200 milliwatts, but I'm only at 25 right now. 25 milliwatts of flight power, or video transmitter power. Let's go clockwise for a while. So I can get the feel for clockwise. Okay, now counterclockwise. 3.6 volts. 5 minutes of flight time. So that's impressive, 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is about the max I've seen in most drones. So that's great. Still only 3.6 volts. Let's go through there. Getting bored. Let's go back upstairs again. Let's try to go back upstairs again. Slowing it down. Increasing the air. Going up there. Around the kitchen. Where's my dog? She's around here somewhere. There's my wife. Matlock's on. Coming around. There's my dog. I ain't gonna bother. Disarming, coming down the stairs. And arming again. Away we go. Yep, no editing. You see it as it happens, folks. It's withstood the crashes so far. Okay, just going to slow it down. I'm going to look at 3.5 volts, 6.5 minutes of flight time. Wow. Okay, something sounds different here. Let me land it real quick and check. I think the battery is probably needs to be adjusted. Let me check that. And yes, let me adjust that battery. Okay, got to keep it centered. See, folks? Okay. Where's the camera? Camera's there. Back on the pad. and restarting, and arming, taking back to the air. Yeah, you hear a change in pitch. Always check your battery. It's probably not loose, but probably slid around from being in the center position, and it did. Okay, flight time is restarted again. 6.57 minutes. Oh, by the way, how do you like my shirt today, folks? And pajamas. Yeah, we got so much snow here in Erie. 10 minutes of on time. And it's flashing. I don't know why it flashes at 10 minutes of on time. But there we go. I'm going around my treadmill. By the way, I actually do use that treadmill. Wondering. I do. 3.5 volts. I still got a lot of power. I was going to go upstairs with her, but I passed it. Coming around. Yeah, I use that thing. Doesn't look it though, does it? Let's go back upstairs one more time. Going around the bed. Staying away from the ceiling so I don't suck up into the ceiling. That could happen with this drone. It happens real easily actually with this drone. Being sucked up to the ceiling because it's missing canopy, so be very careful. Coming back down. And going around. 8 minutes of flight time, folks, and only at 3.5 volts. How can that be? This has got to be the longest flying whoop there is. Folks, I've never seen an 8-minute flight time on a whoop. Ever. Some of you out there, have you ever seen 8 minutes of flight time? Well, coming up on 9 now. On a whoop? I don't think it would be possible. You know, carrying a camera around on something this tiny and flying for 9 minutes now? Okay, 3.4 volts. I gotta watch that voltage. I'm probably gonna slow down to about 3.3. I did fly this previously, folks. I have to admit that. And there is little voltage sag. It's not much, but I gotta believe the voltage. So I'm gonna call it quits at about 3.3 volts because it drops fast after 3.3. You know, 3.2 goes down to 2.9 just like that. So, okay, 3.3. We're gonna call it quits here. We're just gonna hover for a bit and bringing it over, keeping it real close to the pad, to the final portion here. I want to see if I can make the 10 minutes of flight time. Is it possible? And there's my shirt again. Oh, there we go. Coming back to the pad and disarming. So, that is the little Moblite7. One of the, if not the most efficient micro whoop there is. I like this drone, folks. It's very nice. I mean, how long it can fly, and it flies reasonably. You know, it's got a lot of punch. I'd really want to take this outdoors when the weather clears up. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out. Hi, Quadcopter 101 here again. Hey, if you want to get your own shout out in one of my future videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's real simple. Just go to my channel page and click on that subscribe. And also make sure to click that bell button right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified when I release a brand new video immediately and give you a chance to get that first shout out. So give it a try, folks.